Welcome back, y'all, to the Big B, Little B podcast. I am Little B.
I'm Big B.
As we unwrap from the week's games. It is Super Bowl week, Super Bowl day today, actually. And we're just going to break down some things that has come out and give us a few takes and go from there. But that, as we know, we always break down the Cowboys. New regime kicking in.
Yep.
Brian
Schottenheimer.
So,
Yeah.
Dad, how do you feel about it? And now since it's settled in, and some of the new hires he's picked, offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator, and he's trying to just fill out his team. How you feeling?
Well, like I told you, I'm like the abused spouse with the Cowboys. Eyes black, lips busted. You like, you know what? He gonna be all right. I think he gonna make a change. So that's how I'm feeling. I think Brian Schottenheimer. I heard the whole press conference with him, with Jerry and Steven, and he said some good stuff. The good thing, one thing I said he really like is that he's trying to build a culture. He want to communicate with everyone, and his legacy. If you don't know, everybody probably do now, but his dad was Marty Schottenheimer. His dad was a decent coach. He never won a big game, but he was always there, right? And that's one thing he said during the press conference. He said, "I want to do something that my dad didn't do, is win a Super Bowl championship." And I think he's hungry. He's hungry as a coach, and the people he's bringing in, the DC. He was a former head coach for the Chicago Bears, Matt
Eberflus.
Mm-hmm. That's a good pick. Mm-hmm. So he's been picking some decent coordinators. So we'll see. I talked smack about him before they was doing a search for a coach. I was talking smack, saying, "Oh man, Brian Schottenheimer."
Me too.
I did, but that's how much I love the Cowboys, man. I'm back being like, I'm a ride. Mm-hmm. I'm a ride to see what happens. All I can do is ride and see what happens. Yeah. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. Like you said, Ben Johnson, all those, the so-called great coordinators that's out there, this their first go around.
Right.
So no one really knows what's going to happen until the season starts.
Right. Till game one.
So I just hope the best, man. Just hopefully that he can command a locker room.
Me too.
That's the key.
Yeah.
Like command the locker room, make them dudes respect you.
Yes.
And you ain't got to be looking over your shoulder at Jerry.
Yeah.
Like I don't care what Jerry say. Hey, once again, I'm playing with house money. I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and if Jerry don't like it, bro, then fire me.
It is what it is.
Still give me that money.
I ain't tripping
on that contract. So I ain't tripping. So you just gotta demand it, man, and make dudes don't. You can go to him all you want, bro, but I'm the one. I'm coaching.
Yeah. Right. I'm calling the plays.
I'm calling the plays. I'm calling the shots. So if that happens, we'll see, bro. But
and I think for me, I went off emotion. Y'all didn't see my, our TikTok, how I felt about the hire at first. Like I said, we just passionate, man. We just tired of seeing the same thing over and over. But, I got to give someone grace. The guy's been working hard. He's been in the league for a while, and, he finally got opportunity. And I think he's very humble. Some of the clips, again, I need to see the whole interview, but I saw some clips where he got a little emotional. Because this was a big moment for him. You know what I'm saying? He wished his dad was there. So I sympathize with the guy. You know what I'm saying? He's not a bad guy. Jerry Jones picked him. It wasn't like, some bum, whatever. I mean, he took the Jets to the AFC Championship twice with Mark Sanchez, right? So he was calling plays then. So I got faith in the guy. I just hope, like he said, he can change the culture, keep the guys accountable, and really I really hope we can change. Do a 160, 180 with Dak, man. I really hope he can get Dak in that leadership role, really build his confidence up, man. Because
it seemed like him and Dak. I mean, like you said, we thought it was like out of the blue on the pick, but it seemed like the people in that building like him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was a lot of dudes at the news conference. Dak was there. Overshown. Some other cats was there, supporting this dude. And Overshown even said it. I watched he was on a podcast, and he was even saying that, when you go in that building, he's there, the one always giving you some positive, take on things. That's what he said about Brian Schottenheimer. That's what Overshown said.
That's cool.
And I ride with Overshown.
Yeah, I like. Yeah, he a dog. I like Overshown.
So if he's saying it, that this dude's a good dude, and Overshown should man say, I don't ride with this anybody. I'm riding with this dude. So we'll see, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might still get a black eye. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel good about it. I'm not being delusional. Like I said, I'm just watching the games and see what happens.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
All right. So as you know, the annual Hall of Fame selections have come out. Shorter than it's ever been. In my scene, the Hall of Fame. I don't know if they changed it. It's usually like 7, but only down to 4. But some good names in there. Definitely a couple people we're definitely happy about. But there's some controversy, as we all know.
Yeah. So all the ones this year for me, they should have made it. I thought Jared Allen was already in there. I was calling his name for a minute.
Yeah.
I thought he was already in there, in the Hall of Fame. But Jared Allen was a hell of a DN. Eric Allen played for the Philadelphia Eagles. He's worthy. Was straight a dog back then with during that Buddy Ryan era, the defense that he had. Sterling Sharp, Shannon Sharp's brother, if he didn't get that neck injury, I was telling my son, he'd been probably top 5 receiver in football.
Wow.
He was unbelievable, bro. He was way better than his brother.
Wow.
He was way better than Shannon.
Shannon said it too.
He was way better than Shannon, man.
Shannon admitted that.
Yeah, he was something special. So I'm glad he made it in there. And Antonio Gates.
Dog.
Was a straight dog at San Diego.
One of the greatest tight ends of my generation. Yeah, for sure.
He was straight. For sure. But, the name that we said the controversy is Eli Manning.
Yeah. Yep.
To be first ballot. I think he's going to get it next year, but to be first ballot, you can argue the point because the guy has won 2 Super Bowls against Tom Brady, who's so-called the GOAT, and 2 Super Bowl MVPs.
And he beat an undefeated Patriots team.
And if you didn't know, the Hall of Fame selection doesn't go by their stats. It's a bunch of reporters,
which is like wild to me,
right? News reporters that's part of this committee, and they pick who's in the Hall of Fame. So that just tells you, because if you go by stat wise, I think he's first ballot. And I know. Go ahead. I know.
Go ahead. Finish your point. Why you feel like that?
I feel that is that the most at the highest point of the game, he came out and won at the highest point. Right.
When given the opportunity,
when you at the pinnacle of Super Bowl, he performed at the Super Bowl every time he was there. Right, and he beat the best. Right, who y'all call the GOAT, Tom Brady. He beat him. Twice.
And you got really processed that.
And those teams that he had, those guys came out of the wild card. So they made a run. They had an average season, got into the wild card, and they ran it all the way to the Super Bowl and won it.
And they beat. And I'm gonna name just the teams, just so you know, the teams that he beat were crazy. He beat a 15-1. Guess what? He beat 2 Hall of Famers. He beat Brett Favre in Lambeau. Then he beat Aaron Rodgers in Lambeau. They both went inside the cold. These are all away games. They were all away. Yep. He beat a Jim Harbaugh 49ers team that was like one of the best teams ever in San Fran before their resurgence. Alex Smith era, Patrick Willis, like dogs. Went to San Fran, beat them, and Candlestick, right? Beat Dallas. Went into Dallas's joint, beat us. Like he beat like the perimeter teams of that time and went in their house and just took it. So just off of that, you should put him in there. He'll be in next year for sure. And I can see the debate on it being, that iffy on a first ballot, just because, like you said, no Pro Bowls. He only made the playoffs. I think 3 times his whole entire time. But out of the 2 out of 3 times, I went to the Super Bowl.
His average and his actual record is only 500.
500 flat, 117, 117.
Yeah.
Odell Beckham definitely helped a couple of those games. Saquon Barkley helped. But, I'm going to put this, though. We can't put the blame on Eli because look at the franchise. Look how they are, man. Look how dysfunctional they are. They let a kid walk and got nothing for Saquon. Now this dude's in the Super Bowl.
But you say that, but now you looking at it on now you're seeing what Saquon did with the Philadelphia Eagles. But if he was still on the Giants, he wouldn't have done it. He wouldn't have had a season like he had right now.
But no, that's what I'm saying is, you have a dog. You have a dog. Why don't you work around that? I have a centerpiece right here that we can do numbers with. He gave us a playoff win with Daniel Jones the year prior before we let him go. So the dude was a problem off jump. So you can't build around that,
right? Because they already spent the money on Daniel Jones,
right? But see, that's a franchise problem.
It's not really. You got to look about quarterbacks. The play on running backs, right? The playbook on running backs is when they get close to 30, you don't give them a big contract,
right?
You let them go. So the GM, we can say he was an idiot and all that. But at the time when that went down, nobody wasn't really like, oh man, this is unbelievable. It's not like the Luka AD trade. When Saquon went to the Eagles, everybody was like, oh, okay, that's wow. He's gonna go to the Eagles. But no one knew. We knew his potential was, but we never knew him living up to his potential because he was always hurt.
Right, true.
So to say the Giants,
in retrospect,
I'm gonna put this: the Giants really, as an organization, they really ain't really had no bad teams until this year. The mistake was giving Dan Jones the money,
right?
And you can say that they did. I said the same thing. You get it wrong if you don't give anybody money, you get the wrong person money. But of the playbook of how you pay players, the quarterback always going to trump the running back.
I feel you, but it's also what has Daniel Jones shown you to give him that money?
Nothing.
What have you justified?
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? And then you banked it off with the Manning connection. Think you're gonna get another Eli Manning, dude? That was a diamond in the rough. And he was supposed to be a San Diego Charger,
right?
So Daddy made that work. If you're being real with yourself,
that's true.
He wasn't even supposed to be a Giant, so you lucked out with that. So, what? I'm happy you brought the Luka thing because it is kind of like letting go Luka. That's a one-generational player. When Saquon is healthy, even with that offensive line, that dude would still get over 1,000 yards with no problem. Even with that offensive line being garbage.
He just couldn't stay healthy, though.
But he was running. They ran him to the ground.
They did, and then everybody really didn't know. They really never got any linemen for him.
Right.
They never built a true line. Like right now, we was just talking about before we got on the air about how big the Eagles line is. The average, the shortest person, 6'3"?
6'3", 6'4".
Right. So they got a,
great wall.
He got a great wall.
Great wall of Philly.
Right. Yep. Yes, that's a perfect storm.
It's a perfect storm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I said, we don't know.
You could go back to the organization on that. They failed on that because they never built a lineup for him.
For 4 years, you never went in to get linemen? Never?
You can say that. Yeah, that's true.
And think about it. Offensive line takes play into the quarterback play. If Daniel Jones wasn't getting the sack as much, you maybe had some opportunities.
Yeah.
They had receivers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, again, it's retrospect. We never knew Saquon was going to have this kind of season. So you can always look back and blame it. But I think there's some blame there.
Yeah. You got a point there. You got a point there. You're right, because they could have built when got some real true linemen for him, because he was like that. But man, you never know, man. That's
Never
football,
know.
bro.
You never know.
That's football.
Right.
Who knew that Sam Donald was gonna go off?
Right.
Who knew?
Who knew?
Who knew Jaden Daniels would come out as a rookie and do this thing what he did?
Right. I mean, go as far as they went.
You just gotta play the game.
Right.
You just gotta play the game.
Hey, what they say? Any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday, man. And that's a tough job as a GM.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
As we always dog Jerry Jones about what he does.
For sure.
Hey man,
sure.
just I'm shooting.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Hey, at least he didn't pull a Nico, and from the Dallas Mavs GM, and you just send one of your greatest players ever,
right,
out of nowhere.
Hey, we was talking about Hall of Fame, wasn't we?
We were.
We went somewhere else.
Hey, but let's just tell you, we are pivoting to other sports.
Right.
Football's been our key, but
right.
we're gonna give you some more. But yeah.
Yeah, but I love the full picks for the Hall of Fame. They got it right.
They got it right. They got it right. Yep. I think another snub though. I think Adam Vinatieri got snubbed. I think he should have been a first ballot.
He should have been a first ballot.
He should have been a first ballot. He should have been a first. You could have easily put him in that list.
He sure could have been that list.
Because
he won actually he's the one who won the Super Bowls.
He beat a couple of them. He beat Oakland.
Yeah.
He won 3 Super Bowls.
Super Bowls. Yeah. Last kick. That was it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he should got in.
He should have got in. Yeah, he should have been the first ballot.
But what y'all think?
What y'all think on that?
Put in the comments on that about that.
Yeah.
All right.
Perfect.
Peace.
Peace, y'all. Perfect. All right. So my take. It's about the MVPs, MVP awards. Me and Dad kind of called this about a few weeks ago. Kind of feeling they were going to give it to Josh Allen. My dad had a great valid point on, what he did with the team that he had, right? But I still believe that Lamar and Saquon got snubbed because without Saquon, that offense is not like what they are. I'm just going to be completely 100. That offense has a lot of talent, but they didn't have Saquon to offset it. It looks a lot uglier than what we see. Lamar had one of the greatest seasons and for any quarterback. And I'm not gonna because he had this talent and this. I'm not using that excuse. You know how many teams Aaron Rodgers had that he had straight dogs on his team, straight dogs. We didn't take that as a tally. Oh, because he had that talent. Oh, that's what it was. Peyton Manning, he had a stacked squad. Tom Brady had a stacked squad when he won MVP.
No, a stack. You think Tom Brady had a stacked squad?
When he had a stacked squad, when he had Randy Moss, when he had Wes Welker, when he had Aaron Hernandez, Gronk.
Right.
We didn't take that as a tally because we gave Tom Brady because he was the best quarterback in the game, 50 TDs.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So we shouldn't use that little mark of because the talent he had. No, he was the best player in the league. Lamar's stats is ridiculous. 41 TDs to 4 picks. What are we talking about?
So
I beat Josh Allen in the regular season.
So I'm asking the question. So when they say you the MVP, you mean you the MVP of the league?
Of the league.
Of the MP or MVP of your team,
MVP of the league,
and it was saying that you were the best person.
You were the best player.
You're the most valuable player
in the entire
league. The most valuable player. Okay,
and I don't believe he was. Josh Allen had a great season, but he had 28 TDs to 6 picks.
When you say it like that, I agree with you, and I was just thinking to myself, okay. On his team, he was the most valuable player.
On his team, yes.
Right. But as the most valuable player in the whole league, I can say you're right.
Yeah.
It was Lamar.
It was Lamar or Saquon. Saquon got 2,000 yards.
It's good to say Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry was up there. Joe Burrow had an MVP season.
Yes, he did. Yes,
your boy, hey, first take, man. I got to call you out, Canty. Bruh, I don't know what you were smoking that day talking about Joe Burrow's not elite. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
because you were saying that, for Joe Burrow, because he hasn't made it to the Super Bowl because he made the one. But the people you're mentioning, Josh Allen, Lamar, haven't made it yet. What are you talking about, right?
Yeah.
So I'll digress on that. But, it showed like Joe Burrow was truly the MVP, bro. He was the one that kept those dudes in the game. That's MVP to me. But like Saquon, bro, he had 2,000 yards. He almost broke the record. Just give it to him. And there was a debate about, is it a quarterback? Is it just mainly the quarterback that they're focusing on? And I think they shouldn't. I think if you haven't, like I believe, like TJ Watt, right? Or no, JJ Watt. No, is it TJ? No, JJ Watt. JJ Watt should have won MVP that year because he had 4 TDs, he had sacks, he had impact. I think he had over 10 sacks. He had like 3-4 TDs. Was an impact on both sides. Took him to the playoffs.
Yeah. But that's another. But that's another sports reporter group that picks that
picks
award.
that award, and I think they need to change that.
They do.
I think they need to change it like how they do top 100. And they let the players decide.
They should. I think the Hall of Fame should be picked by the players.
By the players, the
right?
retirees.
The ones who are already in the Hall of Fame.
Yes,
the ones who are in the Hall of Fame should be put.
They know the dogs.
They should pick the Hall of Fame players.
Yes,
that's coming in.
Yes,
they should.
They should. I want y'all to stamp that. Y'all should make that a new rule, man.
In the MVP, that should be done by the players.
Yes.
Or what the man? A lot of reporters over there haven't even played. They wouldn't be pitching dodgeball, bro. No, they're the last one pitching dodgeball, bro.
Yeah.
How you know about picking who's supposed to be?
Yeah, how do you know?
How y'all know?
You go by stats and Madden.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to be a Hall of Fame reporter, you got that all day.
Right.
Football, no. Yeah.
Just chill. Just report the news.
Report what you see, bro.
bro. Because your opinion really doesn't matter. Because you've never played the game. You don't know what it takes. These guys have seen these dudes in action. They know it. I mean, there's so many players. I mean,
NFL, you should look into that.
Yeah, you really should. Because like Ken Stabler should have saw himself in the Hall of Fame. He had to die to get in, to be relevant again.
Yeah.
Jake the Snake was that dude in the 70s. It was 70s, 80s, right?
Oh, yes, sir.
Like it was a premier, like a face of the league almost, like a premier face. He should have never missed his chance to lived out, to see that through. You know what I mean?
Ken Stabler was a bad dude.
Yeah. But yeah, I think they really need to change that. And MVP, I think it was kind of we knew they were going to give it to Josh, but it was just like, bro, if the best player is the best player, give it to him, man. Don't do it because you think he does, because you feel a certain way. No, it should go off if he balled or did he not ball.
And all year long, I was saying Josh Allen. Right. And I listen, you can, it's apple and oranges. You can say, Lamar Jackson, but Josh Allen did do his thing too.
But who did he play? Who was his division? The Dolphins, the Jets, and the Patriots. And I played them 8 times.
And Lamar played in that AFC North that said, woo-wee.
What?
Yeah.
There's no comparison.
Ain't no comparison. You got a great argument. Hey, man, you got a great argument, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to hey, look, Bills fans, I like Josh Allen. Good kid. That's going to be your stable. He's going to be the face of your franchise for a very long time. But he didn't deserve MVP.
In his defense, though, man, if you took away, like I said before, I know the division, you got that, but it's still football.
Right.
You took away my premier receiver, right? You took away a key piece on the defense, and you really playing with some people that nobody even know who they are to this day.
Yeah.
I could not name everybody besides Cooks that's running back.
Yeah.
That's on that
offense.
That offense, and he did his thing, man. He was one play away from doing it again to Patrick Mahomes. I'm gonna be the one that says, he could still be the MVP because the dude did it with nobody, with no namers, man.
Right. That's fair.
And he beat him.
Right, he did, and he beat Lamar.
He beat Lamar
when it mattered.
Hey, he beat Lamar when it mattered.
Yeah,
twice.
Beat him twice in the playoffs. Yeah,
so you can say that Lamar is MVP. But hey, man, on the field, bro, I don't see it.
Yeah, when it matters,
Yeah,
where you
I
at.
slayed a dragon, bro.
Right,
I slayed you.
right.
Right.
That's true.
So
I'll give you, that's true.
it can go either way.
Either way, I think it was. I don't think no one's hating. I think if either three of those guys won, I think people were happy with.
That's what I'm at. I'm like, I'm not tripping about either one of them winning.
Mm-hmm.
It's that.
But I do believe they need to change the criteria of people who choose.
Yeah, they do.
The players should have the choice of who the MVP is.
Mm-hmm.
In the Hall of Fame, retired Hall of Famers need to have the choice,
right,
of making that choice of getting these guys in.
Yep.
Because it was real football player. Adam Vinatieri would have been in. Devin Hester would have been a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
Things like that. But yeah, man, that's our take on that.
That's a talk. Devin Hester. Everybody thought Devin Hester was like that, but was he really like that?
I mean, he broke Deion Sanders' record, took a Super Bowl, took first kickoff, took it to the house.
Yeah, they lost though.
Yeah, but he was the only one to put a touchdown up. Yeah. Where's your team at? I did what I had to do. Where are you at?
Okay. You might as well say, why don't you put your boy in that joint then?
Who?
Desmond Howard.
Desmond Howard only did that once or twice.
He was the MVP of Super Bowl. They won with Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, he did. I don't know how he got MVP because Reggie White was that guy. Yeah, Reggie White.
Saying,
I hear you.
Hey, Devin Hester, you was a dog. Don't get me wrong, bro. But
I mean, he has a record.
Shit, Brian Mitchell should be in that joint. If we're gonna put Devin Hester in that joint.
But Devin Hester has a record for most kick returns.
Brian Mitchell did everything in the NFL, Joe. I listen. I'm not even a Commander Redskin fan, Joe, but come on, bro. But that's a whole nother argument, man. I'll leave that alone.
Another rabbit hole on that one.
Yeah, but that was a good one.
Yeah.
All right,
y'all. So free agency is kicking off already with some big names, guys. And right now, the three names that's going around are Deebo Samuels, Cooper Kupp, and the big man, Myles Garrett. And we're going to just talk about what we feel is a good fit. Teams we feel like that could definitely use their talents. When they're healthy, they are problems. And we can truly big impacts.
And that could change the team's chances of going to the next level.
Yeah, and
these guys are game changers.
They're game changers and they're team changers because they can, just off their work ethic, just how they carry themselves, can really trickle down to younger players and really build up some technique. Especially Cooper Kupp. I mean, all three of them really can impact the team. So. Yeah. Let's go down the list. So Deebo Samuels, where you thinking it'll be a good fit for him?
Man, Deebo could go anywhere, man.
Yeah.
I mean, Deebo. I mean, that dude's like a Swiss Army knife, man. He can play multiple positions. Mm-hmm. What team he'd be a great fit? I mean, he could go to Detroit Lions.
Oh.
Right, because the Detroit Lions, they have
a kind of player like that, don't they?
Huh?
They got receivers like that, though.
Yeah. I mean, for him, so yeah, they got somebody like him, but you got St. Brown on one side. Who's the other side? Who's the other guy? There you go.
Yeah,
you said so right.
Jameson Williamson, but yeah,
but he can, but.
Yeah,
you bring him in.
Yeah.
He gonna pull the double team.
Yes.
He can put him back in the backfield, give him the ball. Yes. I mean, you talking about a playbook. He can go to Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Right. If you want Chicago to make that next elite,
mm-hmm.
You got Ben Johnson. Oh, bro, he can definitely utilize that.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Green Bay Packers.
Yes.
It's a bunch of teams.
It's a plethora of teams.
Man. I mean, he could come to us.
Yeah, I mean,
just because what Deebo brings, right? He's not just a receiver; he's a running back.
Yes,
he's like I said, a flank. I mean, he does everything.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, he's three positions in one.
Right. Mm-hmm. Just need to change his outfits though. I can't wear that. Don't wear that other than that shit. You've come to Cowboys, but you got to keep all them chaps and shit you wearing. You got to kill all that, bro.
Just wear basic stuff.
Yeah. That's number one. Number one, bro, that whole you need to tell your stylist, Fire that dude, bro, and get a grown man, get a real man, and give you some clothes though. But
yeah, I got you.
right.
Yeah, I got that. I think that's a good one. I think I can, man. I know people don't want to hear it. They got the money now. I can see him going to the Commanders.
Yes,
I can see him going to the Commanders.
Yes,
I can see him.
And he'll definitely take them over the top.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They bring him here, bring him to DC, bro. Yeah,
it'd be a problem.
It's gonna be a problem.
It'd be a problem. And I'm thinking, we said a good point when we were off camera about who's going to throw him the ball for Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh, they are in dire need of of receivers, man. I think receivers are a really big Achilles heel for them. They don't have no really separators and things like that. I saw Debo playing with Mike Tomlin. I think that'd be a great fit. I'm trying to think, man. Like you say, I think Dallas would be a good one, but I think he just has there's a lot of money with him if you do pick him up. But I think realistically, man, I think just how the culture's changing in Washington, I won't be surprised if he went to Washington. I would not be surprised.
Hey, he got bruh. If he does, that's gonna be a problem. But I can see that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anybody that's trying to make a run or trying to get to the next level, Debo can fit with anybody. He's like I said, he's a Swiss Army knife piece.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp. Once again, I would say Skins too.
I think Cincinnati would be the prime spot.
Cincinnati would be a great spot for him, a bit of slide.
Yeah. I think that would be a solid piece for him.
And because Joe Burrow can throw him open
all day.
And that's what his key is. He runs great routes.
Yes.
And he needs a ball that's on time, and Joe Burrow can do that.
Yes, he can.
You're right.
Because Joe Burrow is a driver.
Mm-hmm.
He's not looking for the deep ball, unless you give it to him, he's gonna throw that thing. But he really looking for boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Precise, methodical drives. And a guy who's really smart. Cooper Kupp is a very, very intelligent,
very smart
receiver.
Receiver. He is.
When he was healthy, man, I mean, he had the greatest. He probably had in my lifetime. He probably had the greatest wide receiver season I've ever seen. He had the triple crown. He had the game-winning touchdown. He led the league in receiving yards. Led the league in receiving touchdowns. Came in clutch in every playoff game. I mean, he had one. It was amazing.
I think he'd do great too, and I think he'll do a good job in Minnesota too.
With Jefferson.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what? We know we're talking about Carolina. He'd be a good pick for Carolina.
But Thielen's there right now.
Yeah, I know, but imagine those two.
He went because Herman, but they do something the same thing though.
What you mean?
They're part of the field, what they run.
Yeah,
they be doing the same thing. But I guess that kid that was already at the Rams, I can't pronounce his name.
Pakua.
I guess Pakua and Cooper Kupp was part of the same thing too.
They were.
They run same part of the field too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we said Debo.
Carolina. Yes, sir.
Carolina would love him
because he can do it all.
He can do it all.
He can do it all.
So I think Carolina is a sleeper. We'll talk about that later on, but Carolina is a sleeper team because they have so much cap space. They didn't really break the bank.
Yeah.
And with all these free agents coming out.
Yeah. I like Cooper Kupp. I mean, I like you said, the Bengals being number one.
Yeah.
Carolina,
Minnesota,
and then the Bengals.
We said the Bengals.
We said the Bengals.
And Steelers, man.
Steelers. I love Russell Wilson, but Russell Wilson, the intermediate routes is not his thing. It's never been. He's always a deep ball thrower.
Yeah.
I mean, he throws a great deep ball, but all the intermediate routes, I don't see him really doing. That's just problem he had with when he was at Denver. He cannot throw none of the intermediate stuff.
Right.
So I like ones you said really makes sense is the Bengals and Carolina. So Myles Garrett,
man. Hey, Jerry.
Yeah, Cowboys.
Hey, man, we're not trying to be no fan now. I'm just talking about like just the impact he could have on the D line, bro. You take out that bum, Mozzie Smith,
He gonna make your interior lineman look better.
all day long.
He is.
Oh my God.
You talking about him and Micah?
What?
And Micah said, I'll lose some money to bring him because he's really a game changer. I see him win games by himself.
Yes.
I see him take over games.
Yes.
And he played in that division, that AFC North.
Yes.
Man, he was wrecking on them dudes, bro.
Yes.
Pittsburgh,
Yes.
Cincinnati,
Baltimore.
he was giving them the business.
Yes.
That dude he's a true game changer, and he's great in the locker room.
Yes. Super intelligent too.
Super
intelligent, like a straight genius.
Yes.
And he's a Texas boy. He wanted to play for the Cowboys.
Yes.
Like Jerry.
He fits for us big time.
He all day. He has an old school mentality.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He's like a calm Charles Haley. Like just a game changer, problem.
But he might end up here. You know,
I can see that too.
Command got $100 million
Of cap space?
Of cap space.
Oh man, they're gonna eat.
So he can come here too because I think Jonathan Allen's contract's coming up.
Yeah.
He can come here. They was talking about Philadelphia. If they go to Philadelphia, they
got it.
What they doing is they doing something illegal, bro. You can't get Miles Garrett there, bro.
Yeah.
I hope that never, ever happen, bro.
I know.
I just see him. You know,
I'm definitely feeling the NFC team is going to pick him up. I think he's leaving the AFC, and
why do you think he can leave the AFC?
I don't know. I just think NFC is kind of more open. I think it's a little more open. There's a lot of talent. You know, would be a great pick for him.
What?
Tampa Bay. Add that dog to that D line in Tampa Bay.
They don't need him. You know, Tampa Bay was already like that, bro. Defense.
I know, but I just think something about he would just be such a game changer. And the division's so soft.
Yeah, but they don't need him at Tampa Bay. They don't need him.
Okay.
They already. I mean, right now the way that Todd Bowles got their defense, man, that defense is nice. They missing some. I don't know what Tampa Bay really missing because Tampa Bay looks good. It just like I said. You know, I hate to say it, Baker Mayfield lost the game for him.
He lost that fumble.
They had Washington.
They had Washington. They had him.
He the one who he blinked.
He fumbled that. He fumbled that ball.
That team, they already good.
Yeah, they're solid. They're a solid team.
Put like this when he said, "I want to go to a team that I know I can. That I know they're going to go deep in the playoffs, and I can contribute."
Okay,
getting them over the top.
Got it.
Right. So if you look at that,
that's Cowboys, and that's the Cowboys trying to get over that hump. Like, if you truly are about it, bro, I really would consider this guy, man. I mean, you already missed Derrick Henry for cheap. It's really hard to justify missing out on this guy. Or he's at least getting the guy an interview,
and he could go to the Bengals because that's what they was hurting. That's what they was hurting. They was hurting on. They could score points, but they couldn't stop nobody.
He stays in Ohio.
Yeah,
that would be a big one.
He could go. He could go to the Bengals.
You know what? Too would be a good one. Raiders. They don't got no D line,
but Raiders ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, you're right.
Like I said, he looking for somebody. He's looking for a contender. He said he want to be playing for something in December.
Well, you can see Buffalo.
Buffalo, yeah.
Ravens, because their defense is not great.
Yeah,
they do have a weak
Miami.
Defense. Cool. Nah, I don't think they're going nowhere.
What?
I don't think they're going nowhere.
Dude, that was the only reason they didn't do this year because your boy was hurt.
I know, but Tyreek Hill might be leaving.
I mean, you still got Waddle. You still got some weapons. I mean, Tyreek is Tyreek, but I'm saying I think that mine has always been soft.
Yeah, always, forever.
On defense,
forever. My entire
so
life.
If you want to bring a different type of mindset, he'll bring it.
I mean, look, let's say this: the last 6 teams who were in the playoffs this year could definitely use his talent.
Bam, that's there you go. That might be his criteria
right there. I'm gonna just pick the 6.
That might be his criteria.
6, 7 people those teams that were in the hunt.
Wow, because he could go Detroit and be a problem too.
What?
With him and
What?
my man from Michigan?
Yeah. Hey, Hutchinson.
Hutchinson. Yeah.
He would. Yeah, that culture.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell.
You made a great point, and that's what he would part. That's if I was Myles Garrett, I would that'd be my 6.
That's it.
Including us though.
Yeah. Don't forget because you were a Cowboys fan.
You was a Cowboys fan.
You a Texas man.
Yeah,
so
bro.
give us a chance.
Give us a chance, dog. Hey, Brian Schottenheimer said he gonna tuck a hole in your head, bro.
Yeah, come on.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
So hey, it's a we went long on this joint.
We did
because we out here politicking for him to come to KL.
Yeah, right. hey, man, campaign. You know what I'm saying? I wear a Myles Garrett Cowboy jersey.
Will I? Oh my goodness, yes, sir. I rock one. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting to see where everybody goes, man.
Yeah, the offseason is gonna be more fun.
All three of those dudes is going to make a team better.
Yes, even if they were, God forbid they got hurt, right? Their mentality, what they can bring, the knowledge wise to a game, is priceless.
Yeah.
So I take them even with that potential risk.
Yeah.
Because
Debo's hungry, he ain't got a ring yet. Miles definitely, he ain't got a ring yet. And Cooper Kupp, he's just a great individual, as in like just work ethic is stupid,
and he got a ring,
so he can I definitely know what it takes to get there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but that's it.
All right, y'all.
All right.
But hey, man, check us out on fan base, TikTok. We still back on TikTok still. We've been consistent on YouTube. We appreciate the love on there. But check us out, man. Share us, reach out, comment. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have some more guests this later season coming up. Have more people on here talking. But we appreciate it.
But you didn't even pick the Super Bowl, bro.
I didn't. I know. We're going to make our picks. I'll edit that out.
So before we do that,
Let's stop. As we said, today is Super Bowl Sunday. Eagles and the Chiefs. We'll just make this quick on it. I'm not going to bet against Pat Mahomes. So I get it. No one's seen the 3-peat before, but if anyone can do it, he can do it. And I'm going with the Chiefs. 31-28 Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs too because I just don't like the Eagles.
Yeah, I can't stand our fans.
And then I'm picking them because I want to see the 3-peat.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to see the 3-peat. I mean, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Chris Jones. I mean, they just, Andy Reid. They deserve it, man. I'm not tired of seeing greatness. People talking about they tired of seeing KC win. I'm not.
Stop it.
Because I'm telling you, you got to stop it, man. You got to stop it. So, but it's going to be a good Super Bowl, man. And it's not, I shouldn't say I don't like Eagles, great team, great defense. I think it's going to come down to really, like it did 2 years ago, first one who blinks, bro.
Yeah.
It's going to be one play that's going to be pivotal in who wins this game.
Yeah.
So they both match up well.
Mm-hmm.
If you go on defense win championships, Philly got the edge on that.
Yeah.
But don't get it twisted. KC played good defense too because that defense carried them pretty much the whole season.
Yeah, Spagnuolo. I gotta say his name
Spags.
right. Spag.
Yeah.
Hey, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. You can talk Hall of Famer coach. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Giants. He got 2 rings with the Giants with Eli. Let's talk about Eli. And he knows it. He knows how to win. He knows how to put a game plan together.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a good one, man.
And the key to the game is you got to stop Saquon.
That's it.
If you kill Saquon,
done.
And all I'm going to tell you then, man, hey, and I ain't saying he can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to show me.
Yes.
Is see if Jalen Hurts can win it with his arm.
Can he do it?
Can he do it? Now we seen him do it before, but if I was Kansas City with Spags, he knows how to play it.
Yep.
Ain't nobody gonna Saquon ain't gonna beat me. Everybody else can beat me, but Saquon ain't gonna beat me
all day.
and
All
that's
day.
how 8-9 the box,
All day.
and I'm stopping that.
All day.
Yep.
Hey, good
Stop
luck.
the big runs.
And look, check this out. You can say what you want. 85 Bears, right? One of the greatest teams ever. They shut down Walter Payton that day. Walter Payton had like 20 yards.
Yep.
So I mean, they weren't gonna win that, but they were gonna stop Walter Payton.
Yeah.
So I feel like Kansas City can just focus on that, go up by 10. I think you might start seeing a lot of cracks.
Yeah. So my score going to be the Chiefs 28-23.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're going to do the push, get the 2-point version thing going. But that's me, 28-23
Okay.
Chiefs.
All right.
All right,
y'all. So that's Super Bowl Sunday picks. It's been a great ride, great season.
Yeah.
We got some things we want to break down to y'all later on the next video. I think you guys are gonna really like. But again, this is the Big B, Little B podcast. I'm Little B.
I'm Big B.
We'll check y'all next time. Peace.